Hello there, Fresh Access Bucks partner. This is Mary with the Fresh Access Bucks team, and I am here to talk to you discount markets about how to enter your daily sales and data, do your vendor reimbursements, and post-market reports, the three major elements of reporting for Fresh Access Bucks. So first we're going to start as soon as you hop into your FM Tracks and you go to your enter daily sales and data. They're going to ask you what market day you're looking for. I think of this as a friendly reminder to always input data on the day FM Tracks sees that you're a market. So this would be your profile day, right? So for this market, I'm a Monday, but here it is a Wednesday and I'm doing this work. So this is a good reminder to me to make sure my day is set to 5/6/19. So I'm going to close this. And then here it is. Here's my little calendar reminder. My market is on Monday, so I'm going to change this and make sure the date is on Monday. And this is just so we actually see your data. If you put it in on a different day, we can't view it, and it doesn't really help us. So just a friendly reminder to get your calendar day correct. So I always think of FM Tracks as a series of tabs. You can see our tab we are working on today is the Enter Daily Sales and Data, but there's also Manage Profile and Run Reports, which we go over in separate video tutorials. Today we're going to go through the Transactions, Vendor Reimbursement, and Post-Market Report tabs. These are the ones you're going to do mostly and are the required reporting for each market day you have. So let's start. New individual transactions. We have your profile already set so that it's a 50% discount on the SNAP purchases that a shopper makes at your market. So let's do a couple transactions and see what that looks like. So first of all, we track the SNAP EBT. You do have the option to look at, cash, checks, credit card, other amounts, but the SNAP EBT is what we require. If you do want to add those additional payment methods, you can do that in your profile page. So SNAP EBT, this first customer is easy peasy. They are going to just buy $10 on their SNAP card. And lucky for us, it's 100% Florida grown product. So it's no calculations, no extra thought. We're going to go ahead and click that $5 off because that's 50% of 10. We see down here with their total currency, it's $10 because they're buying $10 worth of product. $5 of it is being charged to their SNAP card, and $5 is getting charged to Fresh Access Bucks. We're going to input their FM Tracks ID, which is the first and last initial, and the last four on their EBT card. And then we're also going to put in their customer zip code. Please note the zip code is not required, but we do recommend it. It really helps with outreach activities. You also have the option of entering any questions. So these are prompted by the questions you add in your profile for the new shoppers. You can see they don't recognize this FM Tracks ID, so they put in these new customer questions. You'll see when I input a repeat FM Tracks ID, they'll give us a different set of questions. So if you are tracking these, you would go ahead and click any of the questions that you asked that are here, and then go ahead and submit. Let's do another transaction, shall we? So next one, again, another SNAP shopper, and this one's slightly different. So this person had $16 worth of SNAP eligible product. However, only $4 of it was Fresh Access Bucks eligible. So you'd go ahead and unselect the auto calculate. Then come over here and you click Fresh Access Bucks because we're still going to make sure that we cover that $4 that they have in product. You're going to see the total currency is 16, 12 of those dollars being charged to their SNAP card, and $4 for Fresh Access Bucks. We're going to put in this FM Tracks ID, and then you can kind of see really quickly they changed this because this KD1234 is an FM Tracks ID that they recognize, and so these default to the repeat customer questions. If you want to look at those repeat customer questions, please check out our video tutorial on the profile, and we talk more about that. And then again, if you have the zip code, which we recommend, and then we're going to go ahead and submit that transaction. You can see these transactions came through right here. I was playing around earlier, and you can see there's a couple other transactions from earlier that were put in. But this is a great way to kind of see and check your work as you go. If you have to make any changes, you can just simply click that pencil and make any edits that are required. Let's do another one. So this next customer had $20 that they wanted to purchase, but they also had a Fab Frequent Shopper card. So you're going to go ahead and select that Fab Frequent Shopper card. And you see what happened when you did that is it actually bumped the currency to $25 because this Fab Frequent Shopper is in addition to $20 and not a subtraction situation like the incentive. So if all they really want is $20 worth of product, you can go ahead and change this to $15. So then this is in addition to, they've got $20 worth of product. If they have enough things that are Florida grown fruits and vegetables, we'll go ahead and click the Fresh Access Bucks button to cover it. So you see out of that $20 that's being spent, $7.50 gets charged to the SNAP card, $5 of it is taken to the Fab Frequent Shopper, and $7.50 is from the Fresh Access Bucks incentive. This looks great, and so what we'll go ahead and do is we're going to enter the FM Trax ID, which is the first and last initial, and then the last four on that EBT card, the customer zip code, oops, too many numbers, and then we're going to go ahead and submit that transaction. Great. There's one last example I just want to bring up, and that is if the SNAP purchase is much larger than what is Fab eligible within that purchase. And in that case, if a person has their the Fab Frequent Shopper card, we advise that ask them to bring it back at a different time when they want to purchase more Florida grown fruits and vegetables, or to go ahead and get more Florida grown fruits and vegetables at that time so they really maximize that extra benefit. And I'm just going to bring up a little example here so you can kind of see. So if that person had $12 worth of product that they wanted to buy, and then they also had a Fab Frequent Shopper card, so you'd add that and you realize, okay, well that's too much money. They only wanted to buy $12 worth of product, so 12 minus 5 is 7, so then there's $7 extra. So the problem is, of the $12 total dollars that they wanted to spend, that $12 worth of product they actually had, only $5 of it was Fresh Access Bucks eligible to begin with. So with $12, they could have up to $6 of that be Fab eligible and covered. So at that point in time, it doesn't actually make sense to include the Fab Frequent Shopper card, and I'll show you what I mean here. So if they had $12 worth of product, and we're auto-calculating $6, so that means there's only going to be $6 on their SNAP and $6 on their Fab if they have it. But since they only have 5, to unselect, go ahead and click that, and $5. And so there it is. And so you still have that $7 on your SNAP EBT and $5 in Fresh Access Bucks. So there's no need to use the Fab Frequent Shopper at that time. So feel free to encourage them, let them know that doesn't expire and that the intention is they really get $5 extra beyond what the match already does or what this discount program already does. So that's just a little tip. I know that can be confusing, so please feel free to reach out to us and ask. What does it mean to use this extra $5? And we're here to help on those. So we've done a bunch of different transactions. We can go ahead, now that we've entered all of our transactions for that market day, I always like to take a little peek at my transaction log. And you can see it adds everything up for you. I had 3 transactions. I distributed $24.50 in SNAP. I distributed $24.50 in SNAP. I gave $21.50 in Fresh Access Bucks. So that's a good thing. I see my transaction information here. And I'm going to go ahead and move on then to my vendor reimbursement. Now, for you as a discount market, This might be a redundant step because basically once a transaction occurs, it's immediately redeemed because it's kind of all happening at one purchase point. But we're going to go through it because it is required and we have to see this, and this is what we base our reimbursements on. So if you guys want to get money for those fab dollars you're giving out, this is what we need to see. So we're going to go here to vendor reimbursement. And since I am the only vendor as this fab training market, it's just me at my booth selling my goods. I'm going to go ahead and select fab training market. And we did $24.50 in Snap. I had 3 transactions. Then over here, I had $5 in the frequent shopper card, and I had $16.50 in the in regular Fresh Access Bucks. And I'm going to see that adds up to $46 total. And that's great. I also just want to mention, you'll see this gross sales. If you want to input that, that's fine. This is not a required field at all. Only the Snap transactions and then the fab and any of the other incentives you might have distributed for that day. Once that looks good, I'm going to go ahead and click Submit Reimbursement. It's going to take its time. And there we go. And we've got this one right here. And that looks good to me. Again, if you do need to edit anything, you can click this little pencil and make any changes you might need. And then I just check out my reimbursement log. It looks great. I'm happy. $24.50, $21.50. That matches my records. And then I'm going to move on to the last step in this process, and that's the post-market report. So here we have the post-market report. This will be at 0. I've already actually submitted my post-market report, but for our intents, you'll end up seeing zeros when you come in here or just blanks. But this is going to be usually pretty standard, the answers you're going to give. You're going to answer total number of vendors selling at this market today. For me, that's 1 because it's just me. Oops. Number of vendors eligible. So since it's me and I accept Snap, that's 1, and that's right. Vendors selling fruits and vegetables, that's me, that's 1. Paid staff people, in a perfect world, I would pay myself to be doing this work, as I hope all you are able to do. And we're going to do 1 for that. And unfortunately today, I did not have any volunteers come and help me. This next one is, did you have any of the following activities today? I did. I had a wonderful taste test. We started to get Florida peaches in, and so I'm going to go ahead and click Taste Test and let my customers try some of the yummy Florida varieties. And this is important because this is where we get our, where we confirm that you've done your nutrition education exercises that are required as a part of the grant. So once I'm done here, I'll go ahead and click the Submit Post-Market Report. Great. And this post-market report has been saved. If you wanted to ask any additional questions on this post-market report, this is something you can manipulate in your profile, and we do talk about that in the profile video tutorial. Now that you've gone through your transactions, your vendor reimbursement, and your post-market report, you are done for the day. You have submitted your work, and you are good to go. I really appreciate you taking the time to listen to this webinar, and if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me, Mary, at feedingflorida.org, and I'll be happy to answer any questions you may have. Thanks so much, and we'll talk to you again soon.